Hey Johnny, how are you?
Captain Ray, how are you doing? It's a few days before Christmas. Welcome everybody in. It's going to be a little short broadcast here. We thought we'd wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And Captain Ray and I were just sitting around talking this morning, and thought we'd just go over a few little things and just pop up live here for a few seconds. And Captain Ray, how's your week going? Are you ready for Christmas?
Well, I'll tell you, yeah, I'm almost ready for Christmas. I got to pick up a couple more things for my wife's stocking. You know that we got our Christmas gifts a little early. Santa brought them, dropped them off, iPhone
Yeah,
12,
absolutely. You got those iPhone 12.
and I love it. I got to say, I love it. My wife took a photo the other night of the marina with low light conditions. The thing came out amazing. It was awesome.
You
And
think you could do something with this right here, maybe?
but I tell you, I'm very happy with it. And the other morning, I went down not at sunrise because I watched the sunrises, but I went down afterwards and went to my local park, and I flew the Mavic Air 2, and I did the B-roll. You know, they call it B-roll. I do it with my new phone, and it was good. And the other thing that was interesting about it was there were people that showed up and they wanted to go fishing
Oh,
at this
really?
little area. So I says, well, I think we're going to have a flying and a fishing video here.
Hey, that's pretty cool. Hey, Captain Ray, we got DeMarco was in the house. We got Blind Neil and Sergio from Fly Zone Drone Copter, whose birthday, well, he's got a twin, Michael. So it was Michael and Sergio's birthday yesterday. So wish them a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Michael, Sergio, and glad to see DeMarco in the chat, and Blind Neil. Always good to see you.
Yeah, hey, Ray, I think I was telling you, my brother passed away in June, and it's funny because his birthday was yesterday, and so when I got a notice that it was Michael and Sergio's birthday, I thought that was, hey, it's kind of like it's very strange to meet somebody, out of random that we just met, through the internet, through YouTube, and they shared their birthday with my brother, which I thought was pretty interesting.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's a small world, it really is. And now I know when your birthday is, so I marked it down because you're going to be the official senior citizen on your next birthday.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, I'm not going to. No, I'll be 65. The only thing I'm looking to is the Medicare part.
You're catching me, Johnny. You're catching me.
SJM Drones is also in the house. And yeah, hey. Captain Ray and I just definitely, this was a little impromptu. We thought we'd just say hello to everybody and talk a few minutes. Christmas is 2 days from now. Tomorrow will be Christmas Eve. So, we just.
And thank you all for coming in. I know you've got a busy day. Christmas is coming. But like Johnny was saying, we did this at the spur of the moment. We just decided to do this morning because we are not going to have our scheduled show on this Sunday after Christmas, but we'll be back on January 3rd, and we got a good show lined up for you too, right, Johnny? Tell them about
we do,
the
Captain
show.
Ray. We're not having our show this Sunday at 3 p.m. We will not have that. We'll resume on January the 3rd with we have two nice guests coming in. One is Marcus Crawford, of course, of Idaho Quadcopter, and Marcus is well known around the community. And then Captain Ray, you have a friend of yours, and tell us about him.
Yes. My friend, he's a friend, and he's also a neighbor, right? A next door neighbor, actually. And he's a professional drone pilot for the Florida Power and Light Company here in Florida. He gets paid to fly drones, and he flies the Matrice drones. And one day he actually went out last year when I got my Mini and watched me fly the Mini. And I'm talking to him, and he's telling me about some of his jobs, and he's going to be a very interesting guest, to say the least.
Yeah, and our show is based around the fly for fun, but I think one good aspect of that is I'm sure before he got paid to fly, he probably flew for fun. So that's and that's going to be very interesting. I've never really seen, guys. I know we have a couple big power lines here. I mean, not power lines, but power, I guess, right of ways. And I have seen those guys unloading a drone. I never really seen it in the air, but yeah, and especially with hurricane stuff, that's a big part of the area and storm recovery and stuff. So yeah, I'm kind of interested to see what he's got to say.
Yeah. He's going to be he gives presentations to different other companies throughout the country.
And he's actually going to be sitting in with you, right?
We haven't finalized that, but yeah, he might be sitting right alongside me here. But we'll see. We'll see.
That's great. Yeah, so like I say, a couple of show notes. We just definitely want to emphasize we will not be live Sunday, but we'll be back that January the 3rd, and that'll be a couple of days after New Year's, and that's the day that probably maybe your official diet will kick in that Monday. You probably be able to eat snacks while you're watching the show because everybody's going to start over again.
You know what's going to be interesting, Johnny, is a lot of people are probably going to get drones from Santa, and I'm hoping that we get the word of who got some new drones.
Yeah, and
it'll be interesting.
You know what? We'll make that a show question, and if you're familiar with our show, we run some little questions across the bottom of the screen and kind of do like a trivia type question. But yeah, we'll definitely run that across there and ask everybody to post, even if they got an accessory. I know I'm getting a case for my Mini 2. I'm getting some ND filters. I think Captain Ray, he may even get that Air 2, even though he got the phone. But I don't know. That's a little inside scoop there. But you wasn't supposed to hear that.
No.
If you turn that speaker up loud enough, maybe your wife will hear that. But
yeah. Well, I tell you, I love my Mavic Air 2. I can't say enough about it. I say it just about in every video that I make. And when I'm flying, I just have a big smile on my face because so far I haven't had any issues with it.
Right. Yeah, I'm definitely, we talked a little bit before the show, before we popped on. I'm definitely, that will be my next drone. I'm trying to get rid of that Zeno 2, although that's not, once I sell it and kind of see how Christmas, kind of check this checking account.
I thought you got rid of that Zeno 2. Okay, you didn't. So we got to pass the word.
Yeah, actually, I need to check this. When we do our show, see how much money's left in this thing. But no, I did. I got rid of the FEMI SE 2020. Got rid of it the first day I put it up, and the Zeno. And I got a few guys, message me about it, but I don't want to. I'm not giving it away although I got a great buy on it, and I flew it the other day. So,
to be honest with you, Johnny, I get the drones mixed up. You start watching them, different videos, and I'm a DJI guy. I have to say that.
Right.
Not a DJI expert by any means, but I'm a DJI fan. And sometimes I don't even watch them when they talk about another drone. And I should watch more of them, but I don't.
Well,
one of the most interesting ones that I've watched is Brian from TDR Drones when he was flying, and I got it mixed up. I forget which one. He lost the control on it, and it went right down into the river.
I think that was his Parrot Anafi.
Anafi, yeah, it might be the Anafi drone. Yeah,
I think
he got another one. He got another one.
They actually sent him. I think he bought another one. Yeah,
he bought another one.
Yeah,
and he flew it.
I love the Anafi. That Anafi has some great. I got a refurbished unit, and of course, to me, it was brand new because it looked brand new, and I haven't. I haven't had a problem with it. It's very quiet, and so
you could save a lot of money by buying refurbished drones, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I know I wouldn't worry about because most people, I think most people who buy drones, they're probably between 35 and up, maybe, or somewhere. So they're not teenagers who like smashing these things to brick walls and stuff, So I think if you run across a decent drone, I know the one I sold, my FEMI, it probably was only up 5 or 6 times, and I had an extra battery, so the guy got a great buy on the drone,
Well, when I went for the bigger bucks and bought a real drone, I call them real drones. I bought a Phantom 4 advanced on the Facebook Marketplace.
Right.
But the guy had only flown it supposedly 5 times. You know, I don't know how to check the batteries and the flight logs and all of that. And I took him as for his word, and he had a friend actually demonstrate it right in his driveway. It went up and down. He demonstrated the obstacle avoidance, and I was amazed at how easy it was to fly, and it looked like it was in brand new condition. So
Yeah.
I ended up buying it. It was a good price, and then the guy, you're gonna laugh at this, but I knew his father. His father worked in the Suffolk County Jail,
No.
and he says, "If you know my dad, you know I'm gonna knock off another $50." And he knocked off another $50.
Yeah.
So I was very happy with that drone. Other than it was bulky to travel with, you know. I had transported it to Florida that first year I had it, and I felt not awkward, but you know,
Yeah.
I was carrying it on the plane, and I was waiting to get questioned about it, but I didn't.
Yeah. It's funny. It's funny you say that because it's like when you're, when I first got the drone, even I was in my backyard and it's like, man, is somebody going to kind of bust me? Is this, it's kind of like you're very paranoid because you're doing something that's, man, it's unbelievable what you can do with that drone.
Yeah, and it was loud too.
Yeah.
When you fly it, it was a little louder than the Mini or the Mavic Air 2. Actually, a lot louder in my book.
Right.
But
that's one great thing about those drones. I know the Mini 2, you can put it up and really, unless you're trying to just draw attention to yourself, they really, they really see you holding that control, but they don't really even know if you're doing a car or a drone,
Yeah.
It's so quiet.
I know we forgot to show your video on our show last week, that American flag video, and that was great. But you did one this morning, didn't you? You didn't.
I did a little. I did. I got up this morning and I was watching our friend Dennis Lovelady, and Dennis, he plays the ukulele. For those who he does those sunrise. He's part of that group with Chris Hope, and who else does that, Ray?
Well, it starts off with Paul Drone Bum up in New York. The latest group. I mean, it's changed over the months, but the latest group is Paul up in New York, and then it usually goes to Rodney Bell in Virginia.
Okay, so they do a rotating type.
And yes, and then minutes later it goes to Dennis Lovelady in Georgia, and then they go out to Arkansas with Razi. He flies there, and his channel is Fly Natural. And then as soon as he comes down, Chris Hope goes up in Texas.
Yeah. And we had Chris Hope on a show, last week. And he's a great guest, and he took us through those lights that he did for Christmas there. He did, of course, he didn't do that with a drone, but
right. So it's great. And SJM just put up about buying refurbished drones.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nothing wrong with buying them. You'll save quite a lot of money. There you go.
Yeah.
And it's good to know, and you have personal experience doing it, so that's good.
Yeah, I bought, like I said, I just bought the, and I wouldn't be afraid to buy, a drone off the internet, especially if you use PayPal. You could, you'd always kind of safe there to send it back or whatever you ain't not happy with it.
I'm laughing because of Brock Nex's post. It's a good one. Morning from Alaska. Merry Christmas, kids. Got the sleigh all packed up, reindeer all fed, and we're ready to fly.
Yeah, I'll tell you what,
Merry Christmas to you.
And you talk about that for the kids. I think Ken Herron had that great show last week where the kids can call in, and that was really incredible. I wish my grandkids, they go to bed kind of early because, I don't know, it's just the way my daughters, but man, that was a great.
I know, it was. Yeah, and he got all dressed up.
Sam Burns is in the house.
Oh, good to see Sam. Merry Christmas, Sam.
Merry Christmas, Sam. I heard Santa was going to come out there and teach you how to fly those camera drones again, since maybe you forgot. But hey,
yeah, this is the pre-Christmas show because we're not going to have a show on the Sunday after Christmas, Sam. That's why we're on now. We did it impromptu this morning.
Yeah. Yeah, Sam. Yeah. That was a great day, Sam.
And Sam's going to be a future guest, right,
Yes,
Johnny?
I think we do have Sam scheduled
Yeah,
for
Sam scheduled.
Either the 10th or the 17th. You know, he's got such a heavy load out, you know, schedule that we had to like really advance him. And
he's in high demand, I think.
He is. Yeah. Did you send his? I hope you sent his check because he wanted it early. He said.
I know he wouldn't come on unless we sent him a check. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's okay. It's coming, Sam. Don't
checks in the mail. Checks.
Well, here's the checkbook. But yeah, Sam says
Sam's saying that the camera drones fly themselves, and that's what I like about them.
It's kind of true.
You know, it's funny. I know a lot of guys don't watch, past videos that you've posted, but the first time I tried to have a drone fly itself, right? This is how I did it. You got to picture it. So I send the Mavic Mini up, and I let it hover, and I was so scared to let go of the controller, but I did. I let it go. And I put it on the table, and then I went and hand fed my koi in my koi pond.
Oh, really?
Unfortunately, the battery got low, and it went to a return to home.
Oh my God!
So I ended up getting back up quick and making sure I was going to do a precision landing, but I ended up doing a manual landing myself anyway.
I fly right here in my front, and I know one of the first times I flew, I don't think I had maybe my Phantom 3 standard, and like, man, I had to use the bathroom, and I just let it hover, use the bathroom, So yeah, Sam, hey, that you're all right about that. If you don't touch anything, you can't really hurt anything. So because that's what my granddaughter, she'll always kind of want to fly with me a little bit, but I said, just kind of hold the remote and go up if you're gonna do anything,
Okay, so Sam is telling us that that's a bad day because it's his son's birthday. So the 17th.
Oh yeah, well we can do the 17th. Yeah, we'll reschedule. Right. That just you only get. You have to mail us some money back for rescheduling that. There's
whatever. But anyway, Johnny, back to your video. Why don't you show a little bit of it?
Dave Ennis, welcome in. I'll tell you what, Ray, I'm gonna try it, and if it doesn't work again, we're gonna try this. I'll just show y'all a few minutes. So this was a little flight this morning, nothing fancy. Let's see.
How you doing, Dave Ennis? Glad to have you. Thank you for popping in, and that's the term that Adrian Mateo Drone uses, so I'm gonna start using it too. Thank you for popping in. And the other thing is Johnny's setting that up. It's not as easy as everybody thinks that all you do is, hit one little button. You got to set it up. Right, Johnny?
That's true, Ray. I'm getting it.
I got to say, it's a nice sunrise. Enjoy.
There's nothing fancy. This is just from my backyard here, kind of looking out toward our little downtown there. You can't really see it. Just didn't even go up. I probably was up maybe 130, 40 feet. That's all it was.
Yep, and it's a good one.
Yeah, beautiful, and I was watching
beautiful sky.
I was actually watching this and listening to Dennis Lovelady do the ukulele.
And we got to give Dennis and the rest of the crew a lot of credit because their sunrises are live. They're flying live, and it's just amazing to watch those sunrise videos. But Johnny, yours is great. It really is. I know you don't want to, brag about yourself, but I'm not just bragging because you're a co-host. It's one of those things where I appreciate, nice sunrise flights or sunset flights, you know. And you got a nice soundtrack. What soundtrack are you using?
You know, I do that on an app called Vlogit. I didn't even use the iMovie. It's a free app, Vlogit, and you can add pictures or video. So it works. It works really well. Not sure the name.
Okay, I'm an iMusic guy. So I use easy movie music, and it works for me. And a couple of times I was actually driving, videotaping while I was driving, and the radio was playing, so I captured that radio music, and I
Yeah.
actually got a copyright claim, at the
Yeah.
time. But from what I understand, copyright claims aren't a big deal.
Well, yeah, these all, this is I assume these music is copyrighted because, no copyright claims because it's on that app and they only have maybe 15 or 20. I know a lot of people do the epidemic sound, but hey, and Captain Ray, you did a little flying. We'll show a little video. You did, tell us about your little video. We might show a few minutes of it here.
Yeah, well, I did a flight with Ken Huffbauer. Place It Here. That's his channel. He drove all the way down from St. Augustine, and I met him in Jupiter. And we were originally going to fly right on the ocean, the coastline, but it was too windy. Couldn't do it. And then I took him to another spot to film the Jupiter Lighthouse, and it was too windy there. So I took him to my third location, which was less windy, and we got a flight in, and hopefully you guys enjoy it.
I'm going to try to put a few minutes of it up here.
Ray Kelly. On this adventure, we go down to the state of Florida, and we're going to go to Jupiter, Sawfish Bay Park. It's a great place to fly a drone.
And I know my voiceovers are somewhat boring.
You got a great voice.
I took my friend Ken Huffbauer and went to my
There's Ken right there. He's a good guy. He really is. And he knows a lot about computers, and he flies his drone all around the country when he travels.
Yeah, Kim was actually on our show. I think our very first show, maybe, Ray?
Yes, he was. Yeah. And this is a little different technique I used. I don't know if I'll use it again. I videotaped the sign and I read from the sign, but it gave you a little history about the area.
June 28th.
And there's the flight now.
Hi, welcome to Adventure.
Yeah, y'all had a little wind out there.
Yeah, it was windy, and I'm sorry for the wind noise.
With my good friend Ken Huffbauer. Hey, everybody. And we're going to fly our drones right here at Sawfish Park in Jupiter. It's a little breezy today. And
Dennis Lovelady is in the house.
Hey, Dennis, we were just talking about you.
I apologize for the wind noise. It was a little breezy, and the UAV forecast said it was not good to fly. But we took a chance, and we knew we'd stay low.
Johnny, I don't know if you could fix it, but it's topping off the top.
Nice little
but no big deal.
fire drone from.
And
Today I want to film.
we just talked about Dennis, your sunrise flights and the whole crew that flies sunrise flights in the morning. And we just showed Johnny's. This is my video, but we had just finished showing Johnny's sunrise flight that you gave him the idea to do. He was watching your sunrise flight, and then he decided to go out and do his own.
Check my location on the map, and then it was up and away.
But Ken and I had a great time here in Jupiter at the Sawfish Bay Park.
Ray, that was a great flight. It looks like y'all flown together now a couple times.
Yeah, that's the second time I flew with Ken. And I enjoy flying with another drone pilot. And the name of the show is Fly for Fun. So I'm having a lot of fun meeting these other drone pilots, and it's just great to fly.
Yeah, it is. That was great. Yeah. Hey, Dennis. Yeah, we were talking. I guess the music was kind of playing. Yeah, Dennis. I was watching this morning, and actually Ray texted me. Said, "Hey, Dennis is on." I said, "Well, I'm already watching, but I was actually doing a little quick sunrise. I just got up in my backyard, and I had to copy you. Of course, I can't sing. I'll play the ukulele, so I just kind of watched the drone fly, watched the beautiful sunrise this morning."
Dennis was also talking about coming down to Florida and visiting in maybe a few months or the spring. And
I think Michael was in here from Fly Zone Drone Quadcopter, and Michael also had a birthday yesterday. Of course, he's one of the twins, and for those of you know, he's not actually having their show. They have a show on Friday night, which I am on there with them since they've been on, and they're not doing their show. But Michael's actually going to have a live New Year's Eve day broadcast. I'm not sure the exact time, but and he knows it's a holiday and all, but he's just going to get on and same thing. And who wants to pop on? He said anybody will pop on, he'll have them on. So and I'm gonna be at the beach, but I'm gonna try to, of course, pop on and kind of support them. So yeah, support those channels. And who else? Dave Ennis is in the house. Welcome, Dave.
Hey, Michael, welcome. Glad you stopped in, and happy birthday, buddy. Yep. Yeah, so Dennis is thinking of coming down in January or February. That's good, Dennis. Yeah, I'll be here.
Look who's over my shoulder, Ray.
Santa.
Yeah. He's definitely watching and seeing who's good and who's bad. Oh, it's at 8 p.m. Central Time. Michael Nem's up in they are in Chicago. So yeah.
And do you see who's above my? You see who's above my head today?
Yeah, you was telling me about that. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, just to let everybody know, I just put that there for today. It doesn't stay there at all times, but that's actually a Japanese kite head that my son had sent me, and it actually you add a 50-foot tail to that thing.
Mike Kenny is in the house. Welcome, Mike.
My son. He bought that in Japan, but it's just too beautiful to fly, and hopefully I just wouldn't take a chance on damaging it. So it's a decoration that we have in the other room.
Ray, we got Mike Kenny joined us.
Hey, Mike Kenny, all the way from North Carolina. It's always good to see you, and I enjoy Mike's flights. He does some nice flights up there in North Carolina. Hopefully I'll get up there one day and fly with him.
Yeah, that's some great country up there. God, I actually owned a cabin in Gatlinburg, of course, being right there in North Carolina, and also man, that's we went up 2 years ago to Pigeon Forge and Sevierville for Thanksgiving, and that was a great time. Greg Pittman, welcome in, bro.
Hey, Greg, good to see you. Merry Christmas. And
hey, Ray, maybe we can just change our show till midday on what day? I don't even know what day is it. Wednesday.
Yeah, I know. We got a good crowd here. And
hey guys, thanks for coming in. If y'all missed it, we are not having our show Sunday at 3, but we will resume on January the 3rd with Marcus Crawford and Bruce Lorenz, who is a friend of Ray, Captain Ray. There, he flies the Matrice for the Florida Power and Light Company, and of course everybody knows about Marcus. On many shows, it got a lot of knowledgeable. About he likes to kind of test the lower end drones and kind of see what's good for consumers. Of course, Marcus is on with Ron Brown on Drone Nation, so yeah, that'll be our guest for January the 3rd, and of course we may have a surprise or two. Might have Baby New Year on.
What's interesting though is how many people got involved with our giveaway. Johnny, they were putting the answers in the chat, and I had a lot of fun doing that.
Yeah, actually, I was on Canadian Drone Hub the next day, so they were kind of teasing about jokes and questions. So I actually put the same question up. It was I don't know, for those of you, I think everybody was in here, but what was the total number of gifts given in the 12 days of Christmas? And I think it was I'm not sure. It might have even been. I don't think it was Sam, but it was somebody else who watched the show. Of course, they put the answer immediately. He said, "Did I win the Echo Dot?" Well, no, they didn't win the Echo Dot. The
some people,
Ranger, the Drone Ranger won the Echo Dot, and Michael Wright won your T-shirt.
Yeah, Michael Wright. Yeah, he won the T-shirt, and it's on its way. I mailed it, and hopefully he'll get it shortly.
Yeah, Sam Burns. Look, I think it was Sam. He's trying to get like 3 Echo Dots now. He knows that answer. It's stuck in his mind.
Yeah. We've only been on how many minutes? 30 minutes, Greg. 30 minutes. So you didn't miss much.
But yeah, for those, Catherine Ray, I think I was telling you, I know, since you're a big, you were looking for sharks, one of your videos not long ago. The next couple questions, or the next 3 questions we'll probably put up on January the 3rd will be something to do with with Jaws, the movie. So, hey, maybe rewatch it or kind of look up some info about it, because we're going to have 3 questions from the movie Jaws dedicated to Captain Ray, who never really caught Jaws, but he does try to find them with his drone.
Oh, that's good. Thanks, Johnny. I'm glad. That'll be interesting.
And you actually know the answer. You actually know one of the answers to me and you were talking about the boat. So, hey.
That was one of the best movies I ever watched, to be honest with you. And that was way before I got involved with sharks. Of course, I like them so much because of that movie.
Did they really have Jaws? I mean, sharks in there? Because I remember Bo Derek coming out of the water.
Well, that movie, it was so scary at the time, and I had brought my son to go watch it with me and my wife, and he was only like 3 years old. He had nightmares, and he still has nightmares about it, and he's 46 now.
Yeah, well, it was, it's one of those iconic movies that definitely, when you just hear those first, you don't need but maybe 2 or 3 seconds of the song. You know what it is. Well, Captain Ray, we've been on 30 minutes, and it's Christmas time. I know people are shopping. I know you got to get out and get my gift so you can get it mailed to me. But I don't want to hold you. Yeah. But
if anybody has any questions, you can ask us in the chat. We'll stay on a few more minutes.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you'll ask a question in the chat when we don't have guests on. But we don't want to just cut anybody short. And Greg Pittman just got in, and we'll give it a few more minutes, okay, Johnny?
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, I'm not retired, but I'm not working today.
As much as I hate to say this, Johnny, you like to talk, so you can talk for hours.
They tell me I have an accent. They tell me I have an accent, so I can't really talk.
Another thing, I was so disappointed when Ken came down, because we had planned on flying and fishing on his visit, and we were all set to go and get on the boat. We showed up with a couple of minutes to spare, and they had to cancel the trip because they only cruise when they have 12 or more passengers. And they canceled it. Unfortunately, we couldn't get our fishing in, but we did get our flying in that day.
Right.
So it all worked out. But a funny part of the story, and some of the people in the chat might have heard it already, and I don't mean to be repetitive, but Ken is a chef. I don't know if you guys know this. Ken Huffbauer is a pretty good chef. When we had our first meetup, he brought a grill, and he was cooking hot dogs and sausage. And it was really, really nice that he cooked for all the people, the four people and Matt's family. And we enjoyed it. So that's how we found out that Ken was a chef.
Right.
But he cooked up a brisket a few days before he came to meet me last week. And he says, "Ray, I'm going to bring you some brisket." I said, "Oh, good, Ken. I appreciate that. I like brisket." So he put it in a cooler and he brought it all the way down. And when he got to me, that was the first thing he did. He says, "Ray, take a look at this brisket." And he brought it out of the bag and he showed it to me, and my mouth started watering. He says, "But that's not all I have for you." And then he reached in and got another plastic bag, and he had baked fudge that he had made in that bag. And he put it back in the cooler because I didn't have a cooler and we were going to go fishing. Well, needless to say, at the end of the day, after lunch, after our trip was canceled, and we spent an hour talking about everybody, even all the people in the chats, and we were reliving some stories, and he was telling me about his travels throughout the country. He headed back north. He didn't give me back the brisket and the fudge. He took it back. He took it back to St. Augustine with him.
Yeah, it's fun because you've flown now with a few, but I've never flown side by side to anybody up, so I can't wait to at least,
So Johnny, you learned to fly all by yourself?
All by myself. I watched, I had the Phantom 3. I watched some YouTube videos, of course, before I bought, but and then I had it in probably 2 weeks before I took it up. I actually took it up in the backyard, went up about just where it went up and hovered for about 3 feet. And it's like, oh my God, I don't want to move this thing, And my granddaughter, I think I got a picture of her. She was like just standing there. I snapped a picture and I brought it down. I ran inside and downloaded the picture. And, it's like, and then I think the next day I actually took it up and maybe, I don't know how I was just so scared to take it up. I was going to, lose it. But yeah, I did. I learned all by myself and, all this stuff and doing this StreamYard and the YouTube is kind of like, I'm kind of all brand new at that,
Dennis Lovelady knows how to speak Southern, just like
he does. Yeah, he definitely does. He was singing that Alabama song this morning, which I love, the holiday song.
I tell you, Dennis is very entertaining. For the people in the chat that haven't watched Dennis Lovelady, he really puts on a performance. He just doesn't fly a drone. He puts the drone up in the sky for the sunrises, and then he gets his ukulele, and he starts singing and playing, and it's so entertaining. I really give Dennis Lovelady.
He does, yeah. I think I've actually watched one of his videos long before I met you. I will come across it or something, Ray, but I don't think I saw the part where he sang. So, and then then now I mean, it's been a while, of course, now, but yeah, Dennis. He's fun to watch, and I was telling you, my granddaughter taught herself the ukulele, so I'm going to get her to watch a few minutes of Christmas in Dixie. I'm gonna get her to watch a few seconds of Dennis because she loves that kind of stuff.
Well, I was actually strumming along with Dennis this morning. I got my ukulele and I was strumming along and singing along with him. I told him that. I don't know if he realized that.
Yeah. Oh, he's fun to watch. And it's, it's something you could just turn it on. And like, I actually was flying, so I had it on my phone and I was flying with another phone that I have. So SoCal Drones is in the house.
Hey, SoCal Drone. Good to see you.
How's
everything out in California?
Well, we got some bad weather coming in later. I know we're going to have, it's going to be 28 degrees in the morning. And right now it's, 68. So it's gonna be a big change. I gotta, but it will be nice for Christmas.
What do you got? An iWatch? You got the temperature on your iWatch or something?
Yep.
Okay.
Do you need one of those for Christmas too?
Well, yeah,
I tell you what, once you get used to this thing, you cannot do without it.
My son just got one and he likes his.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I can't do it without.
I'm going to show this. Hopefully people can read it. Maybe not. Yeah, there it is. The temperature, 75 degrees in North Palm Beach.
Like Ray, like I said in the video, I really try to like y'all, you and Ken, but hey, it's hard to do.
Yeah, well, we're just kidding. I'm just not trying to.
I'll be at the beach starting Sunday in Orange Beach, Alabama. So we'll be a ways from you, but it's always nice at the beach, even for New Year's. We'll be there for New Year's and New Year's Eve, and we'll be there for 6 days actually. So
that's good. Enjoy yourself.
Ray, I was gonna not text, but I don't know if Dennis Lovelady saw I was gonna ask him if he could play some Meatloaf. I don't know I got to tease him.
Meatloaf?
Meatloaf is, Captain.
Yeah. Well, I tell you one thing. SoCal drone. This is a question directly to you. I think I told you my son is out there in southern LA County, and I hope to get out there and visit him maybe in March if things calm down. And if I do, I'll give you a shout out, and we'll maybe fly together. Yeah, because you got some great spots to fly out there. I know that.
Yeah.
There's so many great spots to fly throughout the country. You know, Johnny.
Yeah, it is. And, we talked about a little bit. Was it on Ron's show maybe? Or maybe on ours, we all envy where each other flies. And it's kind of strange because, I think I have a unique, because I have to drive to a few places, which a lot of people do. You got some great places. I know, man, Marcus out there on the Snake River Canyon. You got Philly up there in Philadelphia. And then you got SoCal out there. And then, y'all got some great spots in upstate New York. So, man, there's a ton of great places. And when I went out west on my bike, I wasn't into drones, man. I sure wish I missed, we've been going for almost 16 years on bike trips. And, man, I sure wish I'd have had my Mini at the time because I could have got some great shots. But, hey, well, I have to get out there again,
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite.
Just to let people know, Ken Huffbauer posted a video from one of his flights when he was out at the Sierra Nevada mountains, if I remember right, this morning. And it's a nice video. I enjoyed watching it. And
I think going back a little bit, Mike Kinney said, I guess he was answering a question about when you asked me about where did I learn to fly. And I think Mike said the same thing. He watched YouTube and YouTube is great, hey, anything you want to get into, and since I've been into this hobby, and I call it a hobby because I am, I really don't have any intention on getting my Part 107 and all that, but most people, you can really learn a lot, and of course the biggest thing, and Captain Ray and I, we talked this morning on the phone, and I think if you just do everything that you're supposed to do, there's really not a big difference in having a Part 107 and being flying as a hobbyist, except that of course you can make money. And I'm not really into I don't think I want to tackle that part, with my drone. I'm a real estate agent. I don't even pay anybody. I don't even do my own stuff, of course, because I can't. But yeah, just have fun, and fly and be safe and obey all the rules. You just talked about it. There'll be a lot of Mini and Mini 2s and Air 2s under the Christmas tree,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Brian
Gary just popped in. How
hey,
you
look
doing,
what
Gary?
he said.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's exactly what happened to me last year. Santa brought me the original Mini for Christmas, and I couldn't fly it in this area because President Trump was in town at Mar-a-Lago and Palm Beach.
And you're on the no-fly zone right now, right, Ray?
At 6:30 tonight, it goes into effect. Yep. But I had to fly over at Port Mayaka on Lake Okeechobee.
Brant,
to fly.
Welcome in.
Yep. But it was fun. I probably would have never went there to fly. And now I know what it's like over there.
Right.
And for the people that don't live in Florida or know about Florida, Lake Okeechobee is a big, big lake. It really is. Good bass fishing, too. I've never fished it personally, but I've seen bass fishing shows, and they get some monstrous bass in Lake Okeechobee.
Yeah. The only time I had a no-fly zone one time was I think they had it was the Sugar Bowl in New Orleans. Evidently, I don't really know, but then I'm 40 miles from New Orleans, but I got a no-fly zone. So.
Yeah, Ken Dono was going to come over to Jupiter next week and fly by the Jupiter Lighthouse, and I just told him now that this no-fly TFR, temporary flight restriction, is going into effect, not to bother until he leaves.
Right.
But then he texted me right back and he said, I'm going to go over to Melbourne then. So I said, all right, if you do, give me a shout. I'll meet you up in Melbourne.
Right.
And that's where the old guy in the drone lives. I don't know if you guys know that, but he's up
in
the Melbourne area. not too far from Jim, above and beyond drones.
Yeah, Greg Pittman say, yeah, they have it for the air show. And I would, yeah, we have an air show every other year. So I'm sure that, that'll definitely pop up. I mean, because I'm right at the edge of Class D airspace anyway. But they do the air show every 2 years here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
you get the Blue Angels, right? The Blue Angels trained by you or something?
No, that's when I'm at the beach at Orange Beach, Alabama. The Blue Angels train out of Pensacola, which is like, it's kind of all one place. You got the Orange Beach and then Pensacola. Yeah, and I was telling you, yeah, you can go on Wednesdays and they practice, and the pilots who are flying that day sign autographs for the kids, and they give them little flight wings, but they buzz the beach all the time.
Hey, Jackson, RC Aviation, good to see you.
Jackson, welcome. Guys,
Yeah.
if you just joined us, the point of this was, of course, to tell everybody Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. But we are not having our show Sunday at 3. We're going to take the week off. I'm sure we'll be full, and Captain Ray will be fooling with his air too. We will resume on January the 3rd. So just kind of that's a little program note there.
And we really do appreciate you all stopping in. This was an impromptu live stream, and we don't mean to take you all away from your families and your shopping and getting ready for Christmas, but we did want to give you a heads up. Don't bother to watch the show. You can watch a replay. I think Johnny's going to put it up as a replay.
Captain Ray, you'll have 2 days after the show. No, you'll have almost a week or so to put some of those Air 2 videos what you want? Oh, what are you getting? No, you have the Air 2.
Yeah, I have the Air 2. Yeah,
you might get
good for me. I'm very, very happy.
You might get.
I can't say enough about it.
You might get the Matrice.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I got to give Kelly Shore some credit too. To be honest with you, Ready, Set, Drone. I've learned so much watching his videos when I first started, and I still do. I still learn, But a lot of these guys, they give giveaways, and I'm not afraid to enter the giveaways because you got to be in it to win it. And he had a giveaway one night, and it was for a Bugs drone, and I put in for it, and I got the correct answer. I won it.
Yeah, didn't you win some? You won something the other night on somebody's show. Who's?
Yeah, Lloyd. Lloyd had a night. The Grumpy Vlogger. He had a giveaway the other night. But back to Kelly. I just want to thank you to Kelly, because he not only sent me the one drone, he included another drone in the package. And I got to learn how to fly them well before I can post the video, because it's just not fun watching a video crash.
Right.
Not that I crashed it yet, but it's not a worthy enough video. So, but yeah, Lloyd had a giveaway. I think 5 or 6 lucky winners won something, and I won a Grumpy Vlogger face mask.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to getting that. So,
yeah.
Thank you, Lloyd.
We gave 2 great prizes away the other night, and I think Captain Ray and I we'll probably give some stuff away now and then. It could be an SD card or something simple, but hey, it's something to just say thanks for watching, and we try to do it a little different. We run those questions across the bottom of the screen and give everybody a chance to answer and participate. So hey, we appreciate you. Our show is I think this was our 5th one that we just done, and we're going to try to improve it. And hey, if you got any comments, whether they're good or bad, hey, let us know. We're big boys, and we can take the heat. We're not professionals, and by the name of the show, that's why we just fly for fun. And actually, we kind of stream you all for fun because we're winging it. So,
well, the other thing is, I just want to tell everybody, thank you again for coming in. I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. Have a happy and healthy New Year. And we look forward to seeing you all again in the live streams and on other people's live streams, because that's what this community is all about, supporting each other. And that's what's great about it. I've learned so much from watching the guys' videos. And I want to say thank you all and have a happy and healthy and great 2021. And we look forward to seeing you.
Thank you,
Guy?
Cap. I know we're going to log off here. We probably spent a little bit too much time on. I didn't think we could even talk this much, but hey, it's been a great, been a challenging year in 2020, and let's move on. Merry Christmas to each and every one of you, and we really do appreciate y'all so much. And we'll see y'all on January the 3rd, Captain. And we'll both probably be putting up a few videos. I know it's a busy time of year, and I'm gonna be out there at Orange Beach, so I may try to, do something. But yeah, it's a great community, guys, and thank y'all for coming in. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And Captain Ray, same to you and your family.
And get out there and fly for fun. That's what it's all about.
Thanks, guys. Merry Christmas.